Welcome everyone to the Watchlist right here on the Latiners Network, ready to go over all the shows, films, documentaries released on streaming over the past week, give you our best recommendations or non-recommendations as the case may be, and as always at the end of the show, letting you know what's coming out so you too can create your very own watch list. Joining us as always, live from Houston, is Senor Jaime, aka Chewy, who's probably wearing his commander's cap. Still not at a point where it needs to be turned upside down to hide a W. It's on display in the first place after 4 weeks. It's unheard of if you're a Commanders fan. You all know what I'm talking about.
For a while. For a while.
Yeah, it's early, but hey, we'll take it for what it's worth. So that's a good thing.
I'm actually waiting because I did in the finals preview, mano y mano. This brother came out on top once again.
We're talking about new shows here. Nobody cares what happened last week. There's a whole new slate of shows coming out.
You know what? I get to do it. I get to do it again in another league against you. So we're still in current events.
Already, it's all good. Time for the new stuff. But there is some sad news, except besides the injuries to Chewy's team. The in memoriam, a lot of people have gone last week or so. It's been a large number more than we're used to. But add to the list the Nighty Show, one of Chewy's favorite shows of all time, apparently on Netflix. I didn't care for it, so I am not saddened. But if you are, there you go. No longer be on Netflix after what?
No, I think there's still one more part to be aired.
Or at least in one part, which is already
November.
Filmed. Right, I think it was already
filmed. Yeah. So it's been canceled, but there's still one more set of episodes to come out.
Right. So there we go. I can't say I'm truly surprised at that one.
Alright.
Maybe we'll get the 2000 show. I don't know. Maybe.
Pretty soon.
Do it in the future. What the hell, man? Do it in the 2050s or something. That said, let's get on to the shows that are not canceled yet. Maybe they will. Who knows?
Well, actually, I am shocked about an announcement. I am utterly shocked. Sugar season 2 has been greenlit.
They greenlit Sugar season 2.
What the F? Apple production, Colin Farrell. It was just so.
That show is ridiculous.
I don't even know how to describe it. I don't even know how to describe it.
I mean, I'm only curious now that the cat's out of the bag with that show, and I won't ruin it for anybody, but if that's the focus, maybe now is what season 1 could have been. I'll give it that much. Maybe.
Okay.
I don't know. Colin Farrell is on a streak now with Pinkman going on, which is a very good show on Max.
Yeah, very cool.
So whatever, it is what it is. But that is kind of surprising, to be honest with you.
Yeah. Shocking.
Okay, I will give it a shot though. I will give it a shot because it's an unusual circumstance with this show. It really is, but it's on a very tight leash right now. Very tight leash.
You're being very, very generous this morning.
You say Commanders 3-1, did it? What the hell do you say? The roses are blooming, the sun is shining. It's all good, dude. It's all good.
All right.
So let's start with the first one. It's actually a movie which was not on my radar. I just took a peek at it last night. I like extra time. It's called It's What's Inside. It's on Netflix. It's an A24 original film. A24 is known for its taking its big swings, very unusual kind of takes on this one.
Kind of the indie brand of
one of the big
is it Paramount, the Universal. I don't know.
Actually, I don't know who that belongs to. Be honest with you, I mean they do partner with a lot of different studios, but yeah, they do well sometimes. They really do. I think it's a lot of notoriety. Obviously, Everything Everywhere Once, for example, was an A24 Oscar-winning film. So this one here, listen, I thought it was some kind of a horror film, which I put it on, but it wasn't. But I gotta say, this was a huge surprise. This is a big win. It really is. This is about young adults who get together. One of them is getting married, so having like a little soiree just between them to establish where the wedding is gonna be at. An old friend who they haven't seen in years shows up as well. He's some kind of tech guy, genius guy, whatever, and he brought with him a suitcase containing some new electronic device, which he deems as a game, where he can plug it into everybody to play a game. The game and the machine actually can, with the mind, meld the minds and switch minds with the bodies, whatever. And they have to figure out, and it's a game that they have to figure out who's who. Very cool premise, very original, which is known for A24. And now either switching bodies or trying to figure out who's who is kind of the game, but then things kind of go awry as they keep using the machine. And the true selves start showing up and things go awry, and it's very, very, I don't leave it at that. I don't want to spoil anything. Very cool premise, very well executed. The very, very last scene, I was like, eh. But that said, very surprised. Put this on your list if you want to see something new, something interesting. This is one you put on there. Not a horror film at all. It's more like a thriller, mystery thriller. Actually, it's fascinating. Really enjoyed this one, so on there. A couple others we just mentioned real quick, like things like chef's tables and unsolved mysteries. Whatever they're like food shows. Yeah, right.
Hey man, I love a good
stand.
pasta.
Yeah,
Come
exactly.
on.
No, it's cool stuff. No, exactly. So unsolved mysteries. If you've been watching it, there's no reason not to watch it. Some good, some bad, whatever the case is. These are what they are, right? But we'll do what I meant. We don't normally talk about these, but let's mention them anyway. Heartstopper, Chewy. This is a fourth season. I don't know. Fourth, third.
I think it's
I think
third.
it's third
Season
season.
three.
I
Yeah,
don't
third
watch it,
season.
Chewy. I'll let you. I assume this is.
I
You
mean,
don't watch
I
this.
think it's standard high school boy meets boy, boy falls in love with boy kind of relationship type drama. No, I don't want to say YA because it doesn't treat it in a YA fashion. It's a little more adult than that, but that's a coming of age story, tale, right? But it revolves around one boy who I can't remember if they obviously they're both in the closet to begin with, and so now they're out, right? And so it's just essentially centered around their relationship.
Yeah, fair. Like I said, whatever. Like I said, it's been on for 3 seasons, so it
Mm-hmm.
lasted longer than that the '90s show. So it's got to be interesting anyway. Um, it's been there longer than sugar. Yeah. That's.
Yeah.
Let's go to Apple Plus. We got a new show. Where's Wanda? Kind of a dark comedy. It's a German show. A couple of parents who,
You German.
yeah, lost a teenage daughter. It's gone missing, and after a while of no answers, they kind of just decide to take it upon themselves to conduct their own investigation, if you will.
Yeah, they find a clue and then they decide that someone must have her within their neighborhood or a certain radius of the neighborhood just because of certain clues.
Right, and
And so
they believe she's still alive, as any parent would, of course.
yes.
Um, Interesting premise to go with a comedy. Anyway, this is the first, I think the first German show on Apple Plus, and honestly, I hope this is the last German show on Apple Plus. I did not get into this at all. I saw one episode. I don't know. It's kind of goofy-ish. It's not
This is
funny.
the problem.
It's just.
Well, it's not funny in English. If I were to listen to this in German, it may be funny.
You're
It's just
right.
comedy.
You're right.
Comedy generally doesn't do well when you have to either read subtitles or dub. Probably a little bit better dub, but reading subtitles, you lose the context, you lose the nuance
Yeah.
of the
And
humor
the
because
timing.
it doesn't translate. It doesn't translate.
Yeah.
You're there reading and you're trying to follow along, and when you hear dub, it's off because it's
Yeah.
you know how it is with dub sometimes.
Yeah,
And
this isn't
drama's
quite.
one thing, comedy is another. So interesting premise, but it's not. It has to be funny,
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
And
Do what we say.
it's getting lost in translation. That's the problem.
That's a very fair point. Because again, comedy in other countries isn't the same. We know that. In comedies in
No,
the UK,
yeah,
it can
it's
be funny.
different.
It's just different sensibility of the comedy that you used to.
It's like when I watch a Colombian, like when I watch a Spanish show or a Colombian show, right? But since I understand Spanish and speak it well, I understand the comment. I can hear it. If I were to listen to it dubbed,
It wouldn't be the
sometimes
same.
that delivery, it's the delivery that gets lost.
Yes.
And then you can't just simply translate it and it's going to be funny
No,
because
agreed.
it's the delivery.
Agree. So unless you speak German, I can't guarantee it's funny even if you speak the native language. I don't know. It just didn't work. The cool premise, but it just didn't quite work on Apple.
Yeah.
You don't hear that very often from Apple. But hey, not everybody bats 1,000. Let's be honest. So that's definitely off the watch list. No, for sure. This last one, we know it's going to be in the watch list. We've been watching it for now the third season, 3 episodes in. That's The Legend of Vox Machina. Very funny animated show, very raunchy adult animated show, getting off to its third season. I mean, listen, it's not the strongest start as I was hoping to get from the show, from what I'm being used to. I'm hoping it gets better, but it was still good, entertaining, cool animation. They mix a couple of different styles in there. Enjoyable, man. I mean, that is one I keep telling people this is going to surprise. If you give it a shot, it will surprise you. Chewy.
I can't disagree with anything you've said. I like this show. It's cool. It's over the top. It's got dragons. Obviously it's got a D&D / Gauntlet mixture of characters. And I've enjoyed it since first season because it's so different from any other adult animation that's out there, right?
Yeah, it really is,
It's
and they did a good
funny.
job with that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I couldn't agree more, and I hope it continues. I know this is not the last season, um, but it's very good. And Amazon, Amazon does well, man. And it's funny because on the subject of Amazon, Lord of the Rings just ended,
Yeah, that's what I wanted to mention. Yes, I
which
wanted to get your take.
yeah, I actually, you know what, this was it started off okay
And
for me.
you were ready to jump off around episode
I
four
was
or
ready
three, actually, after
after three.
three. You were ready to
Yeah,
jump ship.
I admit it was better than the first season, the first three episodes, but
By
it
far, by
wasn't that
far.
much better. Like I was still missing something, and then this show really got better last half of the season. It really did. It got to where I at least myself wanted to see the show from the beginning, right? A little more concise. The storyline is more focused. Big episodes. That second to last episode was fantastic. It really was.
Hmm.
At the time, I didn't mention last week, but it was the best episode that anything I saw last week. Very good, very well executed. It ended well. Wasn't as slow as I thought it could have been coming off a big episode like number seven
Hmm.
was. Really good, man. I enjoyed it, man. It's far superior than the first. A little bumpy beginning, but then it really settled in. I thought a really, really good job. Now I'm actually looking forward to season three. I really am.
Yes. I assume it's been officially announced. We know it's coming
It's
back.
coming because
I
they
don't
spent too
think
much money on this. To be honest,
that,
regardless, you spend 500 billion just or 250 just for the rights, or
500 million. Yeah,
500,
whatever it
500 million,
was.
right,
Yeah.
for the rights of it. Not to mention what the cost. Like, there's no way they're not doing this show. I know the ratings didn't start off great, because obviously negativity from the first season. But I don't know. I
Hmm.
haven't seen it. I looked into it as far as there's some, but maybe word of mouth kicks in and said, "Listen, you guys need to come back to the show. It's good."
Yeah. If you jumped off, come on back because it's really, really good fantasy drama, man. I mean, I think we had there was stakes, right? We had
Yeah,
notable
yeah,
deaths,
big six. Yeah,
advancing story, kind of, obviously it gives us what we don't know, what we haven't seen in the Peter Jackson double trilogy of movies,
mm-hmm.
right? And so it connects the characters, which just brings us a broader reach in Middle Earth and different factions and different things that don't even exist in the current or the movies that most people have seen or the books that most people have, lay people have
And
read.
it still gives you a lot of. It's funny. I guess no one Lord of the Rings ever dies, man. Because I didn't realize it was like thousands years before, and it's characters who are still alive. And God, they're old. No one dies.
Well,
Jesus,
I
man.
mean the elves, right? It's really the
Yeah.
elves, right?
Well,
Because they are technically they are immortal. I mean,
Gandalf. I mean, I guess technically no.
yeah. I mean, obviously, you just spoiled it for someone, but
Well,
thank you
what?
for
We
spoiling
all
for
knew
everybody.
Gandalf was gonna show up in this show. Come on, just stop. I mean,
Well, no, I didn't know he was going to show up. I mean, I
I
was
mean,
like,
it was pretty
obviously,
obvious
once we
from
knew what was going
it was
on,
obvious from season
but
one who he was going to be.
well,
Um,
okay, well,
but
all right,
that
sure,
said,
but
damn, how old is this guy? These wizards,
well, not him, but the Dark Wizard,
immortal,
which I
dude.
assume is going to be
Oh, I don't know.
Saruman, so
Maybe.
or some, yeah, so.
That I'm not sure on, but whatever. Either way, just joking around. But yeah, listen, I really wish this would have been the first season. To be honest with you, I think you could have really just
I don't know.
start here, and I think you'd be fine. If you haven't seen the first season, I think
I don't
so. I mean,
know.
a couple of things here and there, but because they even give a little Sauron backstory, kind of.
I mean, there's other characters, so it's very. I
There
mean,
are,
8 episodes wouldn't have been enough. I mean, you have
I
to be
got what I'm
longer
saying. Let's
seasons to do
assume if
that.
you're familiar with the world, I hadn't you skipped the first one because you heard bad things. What I don't want to see it. You can jump on this one and recognize. If you're familiar with the show or the movies, you're kind of gist in the story. You gist of what's happening for the most part. I think.
Hmm.
But it's really good. I was really surprised. I almost lost me. I was teetering as a flight line, they came in clear. And it woke me up. And, I'm back. So yeah, good for them. Good for
He's
look.
back. He's
Season,
back.
yeah, bring on season three. It could be very interesting. I don't know how many they're planning on doing. I think
I thought this was meant to be a
five. It was five, right?
five
Season.
season
Okay.
story or arc.
Right. You're right.
So
You're right. So
this we're coming up on the midway point after with
okay,
season three,
fair enough. And hopefully
which we're not going to see probably for a couple of
it's
years.
gonna be 2 years
So
at least. At
yeah,
least, yeah, maybe longer. This is a production is big, obviously a
pricey.
big scale, and obviously not a post production and all that. So that being said, so like I said, a few things this week. Next week, a quick reminder: is a big, heavy week in terms of shows. Tonight is the franchise, kind of an interesting kind of comedy take on the world, the movie universes a la MCU. That's tonight. Tomorrow there's Solar Opposites, of course, a special on there
Halloween special.
on
Very good.
Netflix on the 10th. That next Thursday is like
I missed one also on Hulu, or if you have Disney Plus with the packages on there now. There's this Spanish show, Mexican show, I think, La Machina, boxing
Oh, that
show
one.
drops
Yes.
on I believe the 9th, which is Tuesday. Yes, on Tuesday.
I'll see if I get to that one because Thursday is packed. You need like a week off to watch these. I mean, Jesus, we got
Well,
is it Outer Banks final season? We got
yes, Final Season
yeah
Outer Banks.
yeah
Yes,
Sweet Pea new show in stars. We got Tomb
yes.
Raider.
So that's only one episode.
Well,
This
it's
time
fair
short.
enough. Tomb Raider on Netflix.
Yeah,
Animated,
animated.
animated,
Yes,
animated. I
Lara
guess.
Croft Adventures.
Excuse me. Citadel Diana on Amazon, probably releasing 2 or 3 episodes, I assume. We got
Two
two.
episodes
Okay. Teacup. That looks interesting. A James Wan production, kind of a horror-ish show
on
on Peacock.
Peacock.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
called Teacup. They're probably dropping 1 2 episodes. Same day. It's all Thursday. Cattle Lake is M Night production. Kind of a mystery thriller on HBO Max. I'm not sure how many they're dropping. Probably one.
I
Excuse me.
think that's a weekly, but I haven't
I
confirmed
assume
that yet.
Max usually does weekly. Usually like 90% of the time.
Well,
90%
for
of
the
the time.
Sundays, for the marquee shows, yes. Some of the
Well,
shows,
Thursdays too. Thursday
uh,
they're just seeing a bunch of weekly shows on Thursdays.
well, yeah. I think they've
Yeah,
switched their format. They used to drop some, yeah. I think
yeah.
even in international shows, they've been dropping one
Well, that's what I'm
episode a
saying.
week,
So I assume it's one.
Sunday and or Monday. So
Exact.
I
I
think
think.
with Thursday,
So let's see. We got The Confidant, another one on Max. So 2 shows back to back. That's rare on the 11th. And then Disclaimer on the 11th. Interesting show. And I saw another trailer. I got a little more information. Like, okay, I think I know what's going on, but not really. Kate Blanchett. I guess she's one of those. She's a character in a story that it's written. I don't
yeah.
know, something along those lines, and it's coming to fruition, or is about her.
Multi
Maybe, yeah,
perspective, multi timeline,
yeah. That's what it seems like. Yeah,
or yeah, it's told through different periods of that person's life, I believe.
right. So it looks interesting. It's Apple Plus, so as long as it's better than Where's Wanda, we should be okay.
Yeah.
Where's Wanda? Nobody cares. She can stay missing. I wasn't gonna tell you. So that's a
Nah.
big week next week. So we should get to most of these out of these shows. I mean, 1 or 2 episodes, so that makes it a lot easier. That said, we'll come back on Sunday. We'll talk about these, and of course, what's coming out beyond that. Of course, as always, join us Sunday. So subscribe, hit the like button, notification bell. See you guys next week.
Peace.